Hey everyone, welcome to the Rust Programming Challenge. This is where I'm going to be building a stock trading bot from scratch. If you're enjoying the journey, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps a lot. Let's dive in. Here we go. Hello and thank you for joining me today. We only have one thing on the to-do list today, and that is basically implement the add state and load state. So that is what we will be doing today. Previously we were adding more like better error handling, just basically better error handling on most of the API calls. And previously we were doing just this. We were doing just this to be able to testing out save state, but this is going to be an issue. So before I do anything else, I'm going to implement the save state command. So I'm going to go full screen. We need to have menu functions. We're going to call it public function save state. It's going to take in a portfolio of type portfolio. Is this mutable? Let's think. Saving a state. Does it need to mutate its input? No, it doesn't. This will also just return type portfolio. I'll just say kind of like starting save state. Oh wait, this is the menu function. I'm an idiot. Menu function. Okay. Starting save state. Why is this? Oh yeah. So starting save state, and then I would assume it would be in portfolio code save state. Yep. So I know I hate switching it, but I'm just gonna do it. So menu function, we're gonna go to main. We're going to basically copy this to our save state menu function, except we don't need to exit. We'll call in this, but instead of giving it main portfolio, we'll give it portfolio. Oh, because it's not mutable. I don't actually really want to be doing that. This will also return does save state actually return portfolio? No, I do want it to return just because someone might want to save their potential state. And then this should fix this. Oh right, it actually has to be mutable to be able to do that. So whenever we're calling save state, it's going to return portfolio. This is because if someone is going to call save state, they might not want to stop the algorithm running, or they might, might not want to quit the program. So this should do exactly what we want. Oh no, actually I've not. So we need to, when S is that, we're going to return main portfolio from menu functions, and this is save state menu function, and we're going to give it main portfolio. So now whenever we do this, we should get all of our things. We can do our status, no status, and then we can do, oh look at that, we already have an S. Okay, what should we change save to be? We could do, oh man, I like save. Control S is always what you do. I'll do capital S, which is kind of, I could see that being confusing, but so that gives us our status, and that gives us save state. Perfect. Not the best. I'm going to quickly add it in here. So we want to say capital S is save state and then new line. So if we run the program now, yeah, okay, nice. So we don't need to look at main anymore. We need to get here. We're doing it to test.txt, or we were saving to here, right? So if I delete this and we run save state, okay, cool. Let's actually quickly test something. We want to open up a trade of Apple. Oh, we don't have enough money. Okay, so that is getting the number of trades open we have is 1. And I'm just going to try to remember my formula. So we have open trade, which signifies it's an open trade. Then it has we may as well just do it like that. So let's think of the best way to do this. We don't know the size of open trades, so data needs to be mutable. Let's just first of all say that to help. Let me just first of all say, so if I say data plus hello, can I do that? No. I want to see the error that we're gonna get here. Do I do it like this? Interesting. So I can concatenate, and if I was to do that, would that give me on a new line? It does. Okay, so that's actually quite easy, because we're just going to basically loop through every trade. Yeah, okay, let's just do that. So we say, so we've basically, this constructs the constructs the basic kind of header. It's like, I guess you could call this a header. This is the version cash balance number open trades, and then we're going to say for open trade in what we're looking through. We're looking for portfolio dot open trades. So for open trades, we're going to say let temp str equal. Okay. So let me think. We're going to want to say new line. Oh yeah, and then once you do it, you say data equals data plus temp string. Yep. Let me think. So our open trade, let me debug open trade and just kind of remember what's going to come through. I'm just going to open up we've got a trade of whatever AAP is, save state. Oh, we don't want that, go away. Test. Huh. Hello. Where's hello coming from? Wait, what? Am I blind? There's no hello in here. Oh, I'm an idiot. We have to we have to oh, actually, I wanted to keep, oh no, yeah, I guess you don't need to. You just say index, let index equal 1, 0. Okay, you actually, yeah. And I want this to be, did we want the UUID? We did. Okay, let me just put this over here. So I want to say, actually, I'm going to work this over the other monitor for me to see. So the temp string needs to be, first of all, the format we were thinking was, so it's new line, and you say open, new line, open, underscore trade, comma. Okay, immediately this needs to be index plus 1, so you say plus index plus 1. Can I say dot to str? All right, let me just, okay, so we need to borrow this, and then this needs to be dot to owned. And then we need to borrow this here. Okay, let me, on my, actually I'll bring it here, I'm going to give us $1,000. I'm going to open up 2 trades, one for Apple for 2 shares, and then we're going to open one for AMD of 1 share. Status, we have 2 trades open. I'm going to save. Let's go to test, open trade 1, because we don't increment index here by 1. So index plus equals 1. This needs to be mutable because, you know, index is going to change. Okay. Well, I don't need to do that. I would probably just prefer it to be, you know, open trade 0, 1, 2, 3. And then we want to, well, I don't need this. This is unneeded because if I know the exact length, I'm just causing more confusion for myself. So we say plus, now the string that we're going to add now is going to be UUID, comma, and then we say this needs to be to owned, plus, I want to say portfolio dot portfolio dot, oh no. We want to do open trade plus open trade dot UUID dot to string. Okay, that's fine. Why is this not going to compile? Oh yeah, I forget we need to borrow. Oh, let's see what happens if I do that. Oh, okay. So, because if we were to save now, when there is no open trades, it would just say number open trade 0 and you would know to stop. Okay. I'm just going to quickly implement the rest. So we say plus borrow, we're going to borrow open trade dot ticker plus, we're going to say open trade dot size. And then we're going to say plus, plus, and then we're going to say, so we have the size, now it's open price, close price, initial value. So there's a few more, so bang, bang. So it goes size, and then it goes open price, and then it goes initial, oh no, it's only two more, initial value. Okay. I assume we have to put to string for all this. Let's see the error we get here. Unexpected expression. Expected expression. Huh. Okay. Let me try and think why this wouldn't work. So we're saying plus UUID. Alright, okay, I have forgotten. So we say plus, and it's going to be a string here, and it's going to be ticker. And then here it's going to be plus, and then this is going to be size. And then this is going to be open price. And then this is going to be initial value. Okay, let's see why this isn't working. So let me try and figure out this. Why is it? Is it because it's gone onto a new line? Oh, it's because I'm putting this here. Yeah. So $1,000. We're going to open up a trade of Apple. We're going to open up a trade of AMD. We're going to open up a trade of NVIDIA. Guys, no one ever has enough money for NVIDIA. Status of our trade, we have 3 shares open. I'm going to do a save state. We have starting save, save state. If I go to test, okay, that's fine. I forgot to put in the new line characters. So every time you do this, you want to have new line. Let's try that again. Quit. Give ourselves 1,000, open up a trade of 1 Apple, open up a trade of AMD, and open up a trade of NVIDIA. 3 shares open. Let's do a save state. Come on. Let's go. We have our save state here. We have version 1. We have the balance of the account. We have number of open trades, so we know to loop 3 times. We say open trade is 0, and then we have the stuff of the trade, which is everything we need, if I'm correct here. We don't have close price. We need to add close price. Okay. And close price comes after open price. You say close price, and then we say close price. Okay. Let me give us $1,000. We don't need to open up a lot of trades, so we have 1 trade on AMD. Let's do a save state here. We have 1 open trade. Here's all the data of the open trade. So you know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know these 6 lines of the next txt file will be for this trade, and then you know the next line will be. Yeah, this is great. Okay. So that's the initial value. We know that, oh, it's not, it's close price. We don't want to. Perfect. So we have kind of the save state of the program working. Perfect. What kind of errors could happen here? See, this is not human readable because I've okay. We'll check that later. Yeah, we'll look at that later. For menu functions, I'm going to create load state, and we'll load the state here. We will probably in this function eventually allow you to. We'll probably search the save directory and be like, yo, which one of these saves do you want to load? Because you could save multiple ones at once, but for now, I don't think we should do that. Here, load state is going to be the same here. We're going to take in portfolio type, portfolio. I have seen that you can do this. Does this work? Yeah, very cool. Okay. Let's go and quickly add into main. So we've capital S. Let's have capital R because that kind of keeps consistency, slight consistency. Load. So, and then I'll add in here. Where is it? Save state. And I'll say R is load state. New line. If we run the command, we should get load state here. And if I do that, panic because I assume. Oh yeah, I have to do here. That's fine. Menu functions, load state. Yeah, okay. So I'll start off by saying save file path is equal to, we know this is going to be the path, so we can always, this allows us to basically switch up and change it if we ever need to. Now I assume reading a file in Rust is very simple. I do have I do actually have I'm going to show you in a second. I was doing some advent of code, and I have a very kind of way to read in lines from a file. I'll show you here. This function here, you give it a file path and it will return a vector of strings. So I think I'll implement that into portfolio code right up here. This doesn't need to be a public function because I did just realize I closed it when I didn't have all the dependencies. Where is it? We want use std, and where is it? It looks like we have file, and then use where is it? Where's buff reader? Here it is. Std io, and then where is it? And then you do this, and you say prelude, and then you say star, comma, buff reader, bang. Looks like that. Perfect. Well, I somehow broke. Okay. Chill out. Let me go back, because I've obviously busted things up. Right, the only thing that's broken is we've not said what we're importing. And we want to do file as well. Bang. And then we want buffered here. Interesting. Did I not have that? Perfect. We're now not crashing. I want to say x let x equal lines from file, and we're going to say we're going to say save file path. Let's debug x. Okay, let's do that, because it's R, not R, L. Q. And you can see here when we're loading in state, which is this print line here, and then the thing that it's managed to get, pardon me, the thing that it's managed to get from our code, I'll bring it up here actually so you can see better. Where is it at? Here. We're reading this. So it's got, and this line 1 is version 1, so you see here version 1. Cash balance, it's got our cash balance, number of open trades, and then that's the information of the trade. So that's pretty handy. So, I mean, this is really simple. You can basically say, so the first thing we do is, I'm going to actually rename this to V1. V1, because I feel like that's extremely important, because we don't want this to work. So this could fail to read if the file doesn't exist. So I want to actually maybe return a result. Result, it's either going to return type portfolio or an error. Huh. That's exactly what I did here. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna say okay. Is it because did I you know, the first thing I always check is, you know, I spell it right. Well, okay, fine then. You know what, we can, no, I want to do it this way. So we'll say if sorry, my screen's flashed and I'm just making sure everything's still up and running. Right, we're good. So we'll say if we'll call this save file lines. If save file line 0, this was the first line. If this is equal to version 1.0, then we'll just immediately return this. Else we'll return the error of, and we'll say not version 1. Okay. Let's see why this isn't working. Oh no, it is this. So you say, and it is this kind of format. So if it's version 1, this is I'm going to replace this with basically the main logic. However, I just want to say else, not version 1. So let's try and debug this from our perspective. So why is this not working? Expected 0 generic arguments. Help remove the unnecessary. Okay, let me go back here. Remove the unnecessary. Huh. Do I do this? No? Will this work? No. I feel like I should put in the type that I want to. Give me the menu functions. Load state v1. It is here, so something is busting. Is this public? Oh, is this API? Public. It's the error that's kind of making this uncompilable, I assume. But the thing is, I want to return, like, if it's good, of type portfolio. No, you're not answering the question. Well, I guess not. Wait, let me rerun this again to show you what's going on. Let me show you and see what you think. If the caller expects there's no way it's because this is affecting this, is it? Let me match this. And if it's an OK, and we get value, then I want to do this. And if we get an error of type E, I want to do this. Where do we have the APIs that get called? We call them in algorithm quite a lot. You say this. Except I don't want to continue, I want to just do that. And then I just want to kind of do that, right? Oh no, if I want to say if okay and do that, right? So in this function, this parameter takes ownership of the value. Some errors, yeah, it takes ownership. Value used here after move. I want to get it back. You're correct. I see what's going on. I really don't feel like this will work. Okay. So if I want to copy this, because obviously you've seen the code original, let's see what you're thinking here. GPT. So your function load state menu has an issue where it's error handling in the match block. The problem is that when there's an error in the error arm, it doesn't return a valid portfolio, but Rust requires that all arms of match experience value to the same type. And since the error arm doesn't return anything, this leads to a mismatch. Oh, because even if we fail to load, I don't want to crash. I want to. Actually, no, because we're no. Let me rethink. Because this is always going to return portfolio. Like, we don't need to worry. We don't need to match anything here, because we're always going to return a portfolio. Interesting. Let me get. So. So I would say return. I'll say. Okay, let me try and think this through. We want this function load state menu function to be able to tell whether this function here has been a success or a failure. Can I return a tuple of that and then a bool? And then this would return true. And this would be false. I wonder if this would work. No. Oh wait, I need to put it, surround it in brackets. I don't like how it automatically does that because it's kind of confusing. But we know. That's weird. Not found in the scope. But we know that we're going to be returning. Like, we know this function returns portfolio and a boolean. So why is this not working? Because I want to return the portfolio into this variable and then the status into here. So maybe let's let mutable status equal false. It did work. Weird. So true is basically signifying that the, like, is this the best way to do it? I feel it's like not. Is this the best way in Rust to tell if this function has succeeded? Wait a minute, let me think. So if we give it a clone of portfolio instead of the real thing, we can either return the original. No, if it's a success, it'll return the original. If not, we'll return an error. And if we return an error, we just have to okay, let me try do this. So we want to return a result. This result will either return portfolio or an error string. We want to return here. We want to say, you know what? Everything was okay. Let me return portfolio. But here, we want to return an error, and I want to say not version 1. Here, we don't need this anymore. We don't need this. Basically, I want to match this call. I don't want to give it the original, I want to give it a clone. So, is this just because I've not covered it yet? So, I want to say, so if we get an OK value, we get an OK value from the function. I would like to set I want to set portfolio equal to value. I want to override portfolio. See, that's, I want it to be this, but you won't let me. I feel like I just asked this question. Am I being... okay, let me just try and get the rough match here. And then you say that if you get an error value of type E, then that's fine because you've not affected the original thing. You just say E print line. You say failed to load state, and then you just say we'll just return portfolio here. Okay, now obviously this is not working. I'm going to give GPT both my functions, and I want you to say help. So we have this one here, and then we have this one here. Let's see what you're thinking, big boy. Let's see. Oh no, there we go. Your code attempts to load portfolio state from a file, but it seems incomplete and might not function as intended. The issue is in load state v1. Okay, let's look at that one then. Load state v1. You're reading in lines, but the lines function. Oh no, okay. No, we know that. No, it's not working. You're acting like it's compiling. I'm not even able to compile. Oh, it expected. Is it copy? Okay, let me. So I'll say we're giving it a portfolio. So we'll say original. We'll say let original portfolio be equal to portfolio dot. Can you not clone it? Huh. How to copy a struct in Rust. I wonder if we would be better off creating almost something along this line, like this. I'll say let maybe blank. Huh. And then you just return blank. And then here we'll just return value. And it should never get here. Interesting. So we don't even need to do this anymore, because if it goes wrong, we will not be returning that. So this error, not version 1 expected error and found in str. Dot to string. Huh. Wait a minute, no, bam. If we do get an error, huh. Okay, and then we will say in the menu function, probably should add this in. Because that's good. Right, I'll copy you into a new GPT, and I will copy you into a new GPT. And before I think I let it do its own thing, I will run you and grab the compile errors, which there's a few here. Bang. Right, let's see what you're thinking is our potential issue. Your errors are due to a combination of type mismatch and incorrect use of result in your code. Let's address these one by one. Result generic argument mismatch. Error type alias 0 takes 0 generic arguments, but 2 arguments were supplied. The result type requires 2 parameters, where T is a success type and E is an error type. The result type expects a portfolio as the success type and a string as the error on. Ensure your function correctly uses the result type. Correctly returns a portfolio. Correctly returns a string. That is exactly what I have. No. Okay. Okay. It's okay. You have once again got exactly what I have. Weird. You didn't. So my reasoning must be sound enough that we can fool GPT, and for me that means the next big boy up is going to be Claude. It's going to have to be Claude. Claude, I find personally, is a lot better at understanding coding issues, and it's not a complete. Well, no, I wouldn't say they're all perfect, but it seems to be, more helpful at figuring out errors. Okay, what is it saying? Oh, I wonder if me actually having, where is it? That's actually much better. I wonder if this is kind of confusing it. If it's this return, that'll be an interesting thing to learn. Oh my goodness, it was. Okay. So it's actually not liking when I Now, what was it finding the error with? So let me compare what we have in load states v1. We have yeah, this looks good. Okay, this is not the error. Interesting. So GPT. Okay, wait, let me fix this. This needs to, no, this is. Weird, because we are returning of type portfolio. No, this is type portfolio. What do you mean? Why does it think I'm trying to return? Why does it? So this has been fixed, but the issue is in this function. Is result here is not liking the fact that I'm giving it portfolio. Why? Because this is an F32. Is it wanting? I'm trying to show that on success I want to return type portfolio. Remove unnecessary generics. But this seems to be correct to me. So let me try and figure out what's going on wrong. Okay, this is really stumping me, but I'm gonna get this. So we fixed this. This looks good. So the only issue now is this function. So I'm gonna pop into here. The issue I'm having now is only with this function. And the error that we're getting is all this here. Let's see if you can help me debug this, please. There's no way that there's an import that we're missing. I'm not going to say there's not, because I've got about 50 billion imports. No, we have this result. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Interesting. We're now getting errors in menu functions. Blank portfolio. Okay, so just to clarify, that was an issue of a result that we didn't have fully in. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put back the one that works, just to double check. Okay, I'm going to ask, so this is what I had. Why would that not work? Huh. Just to... Huh. So I should be able to just remove this and it works, right? So I don't actually need it. So... Is there actually... Oh, we have not actually done the... Wait, actually, what's our status here? No money, load, no money. Did we actually... Oh, this just, sends it back the exact same as it came in. Interesting, so... Actually, okay, I need to not gloss over what just happened. So we were importing a result from the from the standard library from FMT, and that was screwing us over because that was assuming that result would always be just open parenthesis. That is a bit nuts. Interesting. So our imports were screwing us up. So that's something to potentially watch out for in the future. I'm going to mess up our save file to be version 2 and just double check that if we tried to load it we would get an error. We didn't get an error. Okay, not good. We are definitely reading this file and this has definitely been updated. ePrint, why is it not printing anything? What happens if I do that? Oh. Load. Oh, load. Huh. Oh, wait a minute. Something's... Oh, I'm such an idiot. It's capital R. Failed to load, not version 1. Okay. Failed to load, and I am not version. We want to do that. So if I go back and run, quit, and then I need to remember the keybinds. Load state is R. Maybe it should be L, because that was more... And it didn't crash there. Okay. I'm going to actually commit this. Yeah. I'm going to say working on load state functionality. Okay. So that's fine. We need this to be mutable. Can I just crash the program here? Sorry, here. Can I do exit? Or will that cause a lot of issues? Like, will it just not let me compile? No, it does. Perfect. Okay. So let me print, or let me debug. Say file lines. Okay. So we need to basically set cache balance. What would the best way to kind of format this be? Would it be split? Which will say let new cache balance equal. So it would be the second line. So say file lines. This. Right? So this will be do we want to make a clone or borrow? We'll just borrow it. Yeah, we'll borrow it. Can I actually just split on the colon? I think I should be able to. Or let me not debug it and let me print it. We might have to do this. New cache balance. Here. Oh, it's actually the exact same. My screen flickered again, which is not a good sign, but everything appears to be okay. So, splitting a string, I feel like this should be really simple. I'm maybe just messing it up. Splitting string in Rust. I wonder if I can say, like, if I do this, will that give me the second half? Doesn't look like it will. No. This? No. Okay. Let me try this. So copy this. So damn. I want to print out collection instead. Or boom. that splits it into. So I'll just say this temp collection is a vector of strings, and I'm only caring about this, right? That's good. That should just give us our, yeah. So boom. Okay, and I wonder. So we're in version 1. Can I just say portfolio.cache balance is equal to temp collection 1 as F32? Interesting, I need to cast it through whatever a raw pointer is. Okay. We are definitely converting strings before to an F32. So I'm sure I can find some here. You do dot parse like this. Now why would this not work? Okay, so in this case, I want to attempt how to convert string into F32 in Rust. I want to attempt to convert it, but I want to be able to handle the error if for some reason. Okay, actually, do you know what I want to do is I'll say, so we'll say here, so we'll say attempted parse is going to be equal to that dot parse. Okay, let me think here. So we have got the new cache balance and split it on the line. We've created a temporary vector. We stored it into that. We've now attempted to parse. No, I'm gonna match. I'm gonna say match this. If we get an OK, then we know. If we get an OK of loaded cache balance, I want to basically call this function, but if we get the error of type E, or sorry, of E, I want to say failed to convert to F32. If we get it here, I want to basically say portfolio.cache balance is equal to loaded cache balance. I'm going to give this a comment saying attempt to parse the loaded cache balance from the file. If fail, return. Yeah, because actually if we fail, we want to return this. Fail to convert F32. Bang. No, we do want to do that. And then I want to do that. What if I get rid of this kill statement? Where are we quitting? Here. So if I get our status, we have a cash balance of 0. We loading a parent state, we now have a cash balance. Boom, we've just loaded a state of $363.34 and some trailing things, and we got it from our save file. Yes, I think that is a massive success. We have to do a commit. We have to do a commit. Got loading cache, cache values working. Boom. So we can now loading cache values, and I mean, it's not going to be much of a struggle, I don't think, to kind of parse the rest. So you say, so this is for the kind of cache stuff. So now we're going to say let number of, I like this kind of, I'll say let number of open trades line is going to be equal to the next one, and we're going to split on this again. We're going to say let temp collection. We're going to say this. We're going to collect everything on here, and we know, and we're going to say let number. Oh no. Before we do that, we need to attempt to grab the number, but it's going to be the exact same. This is actually going to be an integer. I32, because you can't. If it's an okay, so if we manage to parse it, we're just going to, like, if we get any value, we don't care about the value. If we get okay, actually no, we say okay, number of open trades. I kind of just want to see if we can let that be a thing. Like, can I just say let this be a thing? No. So I think we just default to be let number of trades equal to 0, and then let's just update. You say number of trades is equal to that. So if we get an okay value, it's going to be the number of open trades. Can we not just keep can we not just like return that? Like, can we not just keep using this thing? Why not? Why not? Expected, but it found an I32. Let me debug number of open trades. This should just be 1, right? Oh, it's not liking me doing that. Why not? Do I need to borrow something? Okay, so it's not remembering this outside the scope, it appears. Can I say let? Will that update the value? No, that doesn't update the value at all. Loaded. You just say number of open trades is equal to loaded Okay, that works. So, does this need to be mutable? It does. Can I just say, like, can I just do that? No. There must be an easier way to do it. If anyone knows how to do that in an easy way, please drop a comment and let me know, because that would be amazing. So we're loading, obviously we're not reading any trades yet, but we know that there is one trade, so we know we only need to loop X amount of times, so that's good. So this reads in the number of trades, reads in a number of trades, failed to convert number of trades to I32. So that's going to handle that kind of error. That's great. And now I know in Rust they don't like you when you do a so we say for I from 0 to the number of open trades. So this is only going to loop once. I want to print ln. Can I just print I? Oh, I spelled print wrong. Print ln save for I. Oh, for I in. So that should just print 0 once. It does. Boom, that's perfect. So it's only going to loop one time. And the way, let me actually think, how do we, so if we're wanting to open up a trade here, how does the open trade function? Because we're going to assume the data is valid, so there's no need to check anything. To open up a trade, it builds a temporary trade position and then it just pushes it. Okay, let's just do that then. That's probably the best way to do it. You say, well, yeah, let me quickly do this. I'll say temp trade position. The first thing is we're going to need to read in all the lines and convert them all and basically do a bunch of this stuff to be able to load in from a save file. So let's get on it. The first thing that will be in a save file is the UUID. So we know that the starting index is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let starting index equal 4. So that's going to let starting index equal 4. So we know that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We know 4. So if we, okay, let me go up here. So we say this. We say UUID line is going to be this. Temp collections is going to be UUID line.collect. Let me do a debug of temp collection, and that should give us some details. Yep, that's the UUID of the thing. So we need to attempt to I wonder if I can just do this. Let's try this. So we want to match of temp collection. We're going to parse though into UUID type. We're going to say loaded loaded UUID. If that is successful, we're going to say we actually might want to do this right at the start. We want this to be mutable. I want this to be a blank UUID. Can you just do it like that? Huh. How do I do it in, is it, no, not in menu functions. How do I do it in, it's in portfolio, I'm needing portfolio. No, it's not in portfolio. Trade position. That just basically gives us some random temporary thing. Oh, okay, so this will let me create some random UUID. I'm gonna say temp dot to string, size of shares is gonna be 0.0, the open price is gonna be 0.0, the close price is gonna be 0.0, and this is gonna be 0.0. Okay, so I should be able to now modify our position as we go through. So this is going to be so we do this here. This is gonna be working on UUID. So we say if we get a loaded UUID, we're gonna say this dot UUID is equal to loaded UUID, comma. If we get an error, we're screwed. Let me debug this. I don't want to do no algebra, please. Let me just debug. Let's actually quickly see here. If we go to test, is this our UUID? Yes, it is. Perfect. So that's great. So it's a very kind of similar process, and you just say this is going to be ticker, and you say starting index +1. We say ticker line. We're going to collect everything on ticker line, and then we're going to attempt to parse this into a string, and then we're going to say loaded ticker, and then we say this ticker is equal to loaded ticker, else failed to convert number of trades to I32. This is going to be failed to parse UUID there, and this is going to be failed to parse ticker into string. So now if I do the same thing here, we should get the stock as AMD. Perfect. So now after ticker, we're looking at working on position size. So it's +2, and then you say temp collection is size dot line, and then we'll say yeah match, but this is of type, where is it, F32, so we're going to convert this to F32. So this is actually a better error line to have here. We're going to say loaded size, and then we're going to say size in here is equal to loaded size. And we want to do this here, and I'll copy this here. Okay, so that is going to be the position size. So the size is 5 shares, so we run this, we should get 5 shares. If we do stat, oh yeah, we don't actually do that yet, so we're now at 5 shares. We're going to be working on open price, and it's going to be open price line is going to be +3, and then it's very similar, but you say loaded open price, and then you say open price. Oh, a minute, that's weird. It should have been weird. I must have copied I32 and just not realized it. So that is working on open price, and then we have 2 more to do. Loose price, close price, +4, and then you say close price line, yeah, close price, and you say loaded close price. Is that? Yep, that looks fine. And then the last thing, is going to be working on initial value, and this is +5. Also, I know this only works for 1 because we're not actually using the index in yet, but I will get to that. We want to say loaded initial value, and then we say initial value is that. Okay, so that should allow us to basically read everything in. Boom. Okay, now let me try and think of how this works. If I want to, let me open up a trade of Apple. Oh, open up a trade. Oh, we don't have any money. We open up a trade of Apple, 2 shares, and we want to open up a trade of AMD of 2 shares as well. I want to save the state and I want to quit. So we can see here, this will loop for the number of times in open trades, right? We need to be incorporating I. We know each, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this needs to be, is it plus? See, is this plus, and there's I times 6. Is that right? Huh. I think that would be it. Because if we, so let's just think actually, we start at index 4 and we say, so if we do, we look at 4 here, and then we go next one, next one, next one, next one, next one. So that would be, if it was plus I times 0, it would just be plus 0, so it doesn't affect anything. We would get to the initial value and we'd loop again, and we'd say starting as 4 plus 6 is 10. So we would go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're starting on the next trade. Boom, that's it. So I just need to figure out how to do that. I times 6. Could I maybe just say let working line index equals starting index plus 1. Does that work? So if I just put that in here first. Yep. We want to do plus I times 6. Mismatched closing delimiters. It's not mismatched. Oh my goodness, is it mismatched? It is mismatched. Okay, that's been fixed. No implementation for usize plus I32. Huh. Let me say let temp. Oh. Let temp of usize equal I times 6. I'm going to do this here. Huh. Huh. Remove this. I bet you it's a lot simpler than having to do that. If I run this, will it give me a simple? Sorry about that. Oh, I'm sweating. How to add a usize in an I32 is what I need to look up. Rust, how to add I32 and usize. Let's see. Let's bring up the old buddy. Start new chat. Our issue is this, and I simply want to add this up. Well, that's great. So that's all the issue. That's exactly pretty much what I was doing, but I should have just casted I into that. So working line index is just, and you just replace this. So this is 3. And this is 4. And then this is 5. And hopefully, if we just loop this now, like if we try to run this now, it should, because it should just do it twice. Okay, that's fine. We got an error, so our first Apple share got initiated fine. We failed to convert F32 invalid float literal. Okay, that's fine. What did we try and do that failed? So it looks like our Apple one was completely successful. 1, why is it doing 1? Is that where did I debug I somewhere, print I somewhere? I did printing I. So if we printed I and we're on 1. So the working line for UUID. Oh no. I realized why it's not working. I didn't that just becomes like that, and that. Oh, interesting. Let me try this now. We get Apple find, failed to parse UUID, invalid length, expect length 32 for simple, found 1. Failed to load state, failed to parse UUID. Okay, we failed to parse the UUID. Interesting. Are we looking at the right line? So the line that we're looking at will be starting index of 4. 4 plus 1 times 6, which is 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. Wait, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not 6, it's 7. Because that is starting us out. Oh, look at that. We have successfully read in 2 of our trades, and I assume it just works. Well, why assume when we can test? I'm going to open up a bunch of trades. NVIDIA, 5 shares. We're going to open up this one. We're going to open up a share of Tesla. As we have 4 trades. I want to open up a trade of this 1, 3. Okay, so we should have loads. Right, I want to save the state. We have got 5 trades open. If I load this, oh, it's not L, it's R. That gets us 1. Wait, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let's go. Let's get that committed now. Lazy git. So we say got reading all open trades from save file working. And we simply here, oh, I already had it here. It's just that. We don't want to print it. Okay, this is the moment of truth. We will check the status. We have no open trades and we have no money. I'm going to load from our previous state and check our status. Oh my goodness. We have now got, I think it's that 96,000, and we've all of our trades saved. Amazing. That is amazing. I'm going to have to just do it. I know I committed 5 seconds ago, but got reloading states working. Amazing. So I think I'm going to wrap up there for today, but I'm going to update our to-do. So we want to say allow user to specify specify the name, so not the location, because we'll keep the location all in the same spot, but the name of the save file. So allow the user to specify the name of the save file. So that could be like my name, Jacob. And then the next thing is allow a user to see all save files and load from a specific one. So if Jacob, like Jacob, John, Joe, we all save files, I could load in and be like, right, I want to open up Jacob's one, but then John might want to open up John's one. Oh man, that's actually great. I'm so happy that that's worked. And yeah, okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching. This might have been a long one, but we got a save and loading states working, and we kept a version. I think this is really important, it's version, so if I ever update the format, I know I still have the original load state v1 that I can always use. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.